Alright, so I have no idea if this is going to work out or not. But we're going to try and talk about how to use a Dutchman with some sort of a visual aid here so I can get a little bit of the internals in the video. I need something to be an analog power saw bar, so let's see what I got here. Okay, so here's a power saw bar, and it doesn't quite reach all the way through the tree, you see. So let's pretend right here, this is your face cut. And we've got this tree leans down the hill pretty hard, but we want it to lay outside hill like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to face it, like I will start putting an undercut, a face cut in this tree, just until I see this top start to lean the tiniest bit towards its downhill lean. So that means I've cut just deeply enough into this tree of a face cut. That's this cut I call my face cut, my gunning cut, to make the tree start to move a little bit with its lean. Okay, then I stop, because I already know when I start putting a back cut in, this thing's gonna have go now. Now I'm gonna put my undercut in for where, and this is where it's a judgment call, I'm going to put my undercut in for where I think this tree can swing to. So that's my face cut. I made it start to lean. My undercut, so the tree, let's presume this tree leans that way pretty darn hard. So I know that this tree, when I start cutting a back cut from this corner, it's going to start to lean this way, and if I can get it cut off fast enough, it'll bust off, pivot off of this corner, and follow this undercut this way. So this is the undercut here. This is the actual wedge that falls out. So when you have too small of a bar for the tree, what you're going to do is you're going to start your cut, and you're going to wrap around as you do. So make a small curve and try and match up your corners. If your corners are not matched up, you will angle up or down, move, whatever you need to do to scribe, so that way you're going to match up corner to corner. So you're going to come around, and I will, so this line here is just a presumed hinge. We're going to leave that line out of there. So this, just focus on this line right here, all the way corner to corner. And this corner of your undercut and this corner of your face cut should match up perfectly. There should not be any Dutchman at the corner. All the Dutchmen should be on your compression side. So you're going to take your bar, you're going to scribe around this tree, and you're going to cut literally until you are cut off, or very, very near cut off on this low corner. And I prefer to get to where I'm cut off. So I will get completely cut off here. And then I'll dog up again here, and I will get completely cut off here. And then I'll dog up again, and I'll get completely cut off here. Maybe one more time, get completely cut off. So now, if this saw bar will stay put, this will be the triangle of wood that's holding. And your tip, this tree will try to start getting tight on your tip. And so if it starts getting tight on your tip when you're here, and you know your bar is this deep, so you can reach to there, then call it good. You're good. You're tight on the tip there. Get this thing out of here. You'll have to swizzle around and get to your corner, and then you come all the way to this corner. Dog up here where you want your triangle to be. And I would recommend, because your triangle, you want it to end up being invisible line here, your triangle of holding wood, you want it to be in line with your undercut, where you want the tree to lay out. So once you've gotten it tight on your bar tip, you come all the way around to where you want your corner to be. It is sometimes prudent to set a wedge really tight right here, as tight as you can get it, because if the tree has also a little bit of back lean, you can keep it from setting back on you, and what it'll do is it'll be guaranteed to set towards that Dutchman if you set a wedge very, very tight right there. So then, once you're to where you're not going to slice your wedge off, you come around to this corner and you start cutting from here. And so what you'll do is all this meat you've swizzled out. All of this meat is going to go, and you're going to do it from right here. And so as you start to relieve this, cutting in this way, and it'll be more of an arc. So you're cutting an arc in this way because your dogs are going to be dogged up here. There's your power saw. So you're going to be cutting from this corner in an arc around here. And it is literally a race against time to go and get cut. You're going to come past this. So when it starts to get tight on your tip, it's literally just patience and timing and practice to get your tip relieved. As this tree starts to roll up and over that Dutchman, wham, you need to cut that off so that tree will spin and roll around towards this Dutchman and go off to here. So that's in practice how better to use the Dutchman. So I don't know if that quite covers it, but it's the best way I have to explain it right now. So I can maybe think of a better way to show this, but for now, that's what we got.